Well, hello there, Chicago Bears fans. It is your lovely host here. It is Ryra, and I'm going to discuss the last game of the regular season for the Bears and other stuff between the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. This game took place in Minnesota yesterday afternoon or yesterday evening. Okay. Now the Bears got revenge on the Minnesota Vikings because the Bears played the Vikings last year at week 17 and the Bears lost. This is a different Bears team. Very happy. They beat a divisional opponent. So the Bears win. That means the Minnesota Vikings are eliminated from the playoffs, and also the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, are going to face the Bears for Wild Card Weekend in Chicago at Soldier Field. That should be a very good game, hopefully, on paper. Let's see what's going to happen on the field. Okay, Mr. Mitchell, he was 18 out of 26, a buck 63, not bad at all. He did not really air it out. He was very smart with the ball. Howard, 21 carries for a buck 09, 2 TDs. Now they just ran right through the Minnesota defense. What happened to the Vikings? I think they're a very disappointing team. They spent so much money on Kirk Cousins. He's not the guy to take you to the next level, take you to the Super Bowl, give you a chance to win the Super Bowl. No, he's not. Maybe like a Drew Brees, a Peyton Manning. Yes, I know he retired, or Eli Manning because he has more experience, or Drew Brees, or even Phillip Rivers. I know Phillip Rivers never won the whole thing, but he's a hell of a quarterback. He's way better than Kirk Cousins, but that is Minnesota's loss. They made a big move in the offseason. Everyone thought the Minnesota Vikings is going to compete for the division, but no. Now they're a former NFC North champions. Okay. The receiver, I cannot really pronounce his name. 4 reception for 61 yards. He did his part, but he had messed up shoulder again. So hopefully he'll be okay for a wild card weekend. Kirk Cousins was 20 out of 33, a buck 32, 1 TD. Cook, the running back, was 11 carries for 39 yards. The Bears defense stopped their run. That is a big key. Bears defense is unbelievable this year. It's sickening. Diggs, 8 reception, 47 yards, 1 TD. They stopped everything, you know. So they won 24-10. They finished out their regular season 12 wins, 4 losses, 5-3 away, and I think they were 7-1 at home. Let me look and see. I could be totally wrong. I can double check. Okay, here it is. The final standings for week 17. Yeah, they were 7-1 at home. Let me give you a quick breakdown. Probably you know already. 12-4. They had the best record in NFC North. Wow, what a huge turnaround from last to first. 7-1 at home, 5-3 away, 5-1 in division. In a conference, you know, the whole NFC, 10-2. Now they have a 4-game winning streak. I'm very happy with this team. Now let me discuss about the NFC North. The Minnesota Vikings was a very disappointing team, okay? Because they were 1 game away to reach the Super Bowl, I think. Or was it 2 games away? After that miracle, they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, I think, in the division round, I think. Yeah. so they didn't get very far in the playoffs. So in the off season, they spend a lot of money on Kirk Cousins. He was a free agent. I think he was done with the Washington Redskins. He's an okay quarterback, but he's not gonna quarterback to take you to the promised lands, take you to Title Town. Yes, I know that's a Green Bay term, but you guys know what I'm saying now. Switching gears with the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay missed the playoffs back-to-back years. I'm kind of glad because I'm a Bears fan. I cannot stand Green Bay. I think that is our biggest rival in our division. Rodgers is a hell of a quarterback. He's definitely a future Hall of Famer whenever he's done playing for football. Probably he's going to keep on playing until he can't play anymore. But he lost his favorite receiver to the Oakland Raiders, Nelson. That was stupid. And then before you know it, the coach got fired. They put the backup interim coach in, and they were never into the mix. They got their butt kicked against the Detroit Lions. So the Detroit Lions swept Green Bay, I think, back-to-back years. That's kind of pathetic, but it happens in football. And plus, Green Bay had all their backups in, and Rodgers had a concussion. Hopefully he'll be okay by next season. They gotta have a coach has some playoff experience. Don't get a guy off the freaking street. That's just an expression. Don't get a guy from the New York Jets. He has no experience. I know they fired him yesterday. So I think they will spend some money if they want to go back to playoff contention. Now for Detroit Lions, they were a mess again. They spent so much money on their quarterback Matthew. He's a good quarterback, but he's not no Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and etc. I think Detroit Lions should just trade him. Probably it's not going to happen because they spent so much money on him, so they stuck with him for the next few years. They had a great running back named Barry Sanders, and they never built around him. Now, it's the same thing with the offense. Well, he was part of the offense. I'm talking about Matthew was a great quarterback. They had a awesome receiver named Megatron. He freaking retired. So a lot of these teams want to pick him up, for the playoff push. And I guess he don't want to come out of retirement. I don't blame the guy. So very happy. Now, if the LA Rams lost to the Niners and the Bears win, the Bears will get a first round bye, but never worked that way. So Coach Nagy did not know what he going to do in the second half because the LA Rams was dominating the Niners big time. All these years, Niners and the Rams from back in the day, Niners had been dominating that series, matchup. So Nagy decided to leave the stars in, and they did their part. The Philly won earlier in that game, or in the evening, so they won. So the Minnesota Vikings are eliminated from the playoffs. It came down to the last game of the regular season, So I guaranteed our division will be more tougher next year. Maybe, maybe not. This is the first time Bears won more games since 2006. That's the year the Bears lost to the Indianapolis Colts that year in the Super Bowl. That was a great Super Bowl run, but we didn't have a good quarterback. This quarterback, in my opinion, is decent. He could run, he could scramble, he could give it to the running back, and they could do some trick plays. They didn't do that back then under Lovie Smith. That kind of pissed me off back in the day. But the thing, it really irritates me. They spent so much money on this guy named Parker, the kicker. He's a free agent from the Miami Dolphins. Why give him a 3-year contract? Is he worth that much money? And I guarantee the Bears says, man, we should kept Robbie Gould. Yeah. In my opinion, Robbie Gould is definitely a future Hall of Famer. Hopefully, he'll be in the Hall of Fame as a Bear, not one of the Niners. He has not played with the Niners that long. So, hopefully it does not come down to a field goal against the Bears versus Philly. Because if it does, Parker will probably miss it and cost the Bears the opportunity going to the next round. I think Bears have more weapons than Philadelphia Eagles, bar none. But they have Nick Foles. The guy took this team back to the playoffs, and I think he's injured with the ribs. We all know that he's probably going to make it. If not, they're going to put the other the original starter back in the mix. We'll find out. This should be a very good game. Last time Bears versus Eagles was a couple years ago. I think it was last year on the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl run. Bears got dominated 31-3 under John Fox. This is a different Bears team, and I think last time the Bears versus the Eagles in the playoff format, I think it was 1980, the Fog Bowl. I was too young, but you can look up on YouTube. That was a very insane game. I think Bears won that matchup, or Philly won that matchup. So that wraps it up. I am so looking forward to Wild Card Weekend. 2 games on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday. And next week will be division round. So hopefully the Wild Card Weekend will be very close. Hopefully no blowouts at all in the playoff format. So that wraps it up. I'm very happy for this team. They came a long way since last season. Last to first. Very, very happy. They just got to keep running it, especially if they're got to be outside in the cold. I don't know how the weather's going to be like on Sunday in Chicago. It might be cold, might be snowing, or it might be raining. Who the hell knows? But you need to run the ball. Bears, this is the playoff. If you make mistakes, you're one and done. It's not like beginning of the year. If you lose a couple games, you still got a chance to make the playoffs. Have a good one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this game, and are you looking forward to Wild Card Weekend? I am. Go Bears. Later.